What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. Today, we're going to actually read an email from Teepublic giving us the advice we need on how to make more sales. Teepublic says these are the 5 steps to succeed on Teepublic. I mean, this is from Teepublic them very selves. They sent me this email, and I think for anybody else who joins Teepublic will receive this email as well. After you join, by a few days, you should get this email. All right, so let's go ahead and read what their 5 different steps to succeed, and let's go ahead and actually talk about this. And one of these steps is actually one of my favorites that really get me excited about Teepublic, and I'll go ahead and talk about show you what I'm talking about. So number 1 is customize your shop. Now we all know why that is, but they say your storefront is your first contact a customer has with your brand. So make sure it reflects your style and makes a good first impression. Upload a banner, avatar, as well as your social links and a bio. Here's how. So they have like a little like a how-to on how to do that. We all know how to do that. The thing is with this, guys, is that technically this is not your first contact point for a customer. It's really not. The first contact point is when somebody searches for a product and finds your product. Typically, they're not going to search for a store and click on a store, right? They're searching for an actual product. So the product, remember, that's the first contact point, which is why we say if you assign a store to a specific niche, right? A specific niche, and all the different subcategories and all the different sub-niches you have are put in collections or different categories in your store, then you're going to improve your chance with the consumer, right? If it's organized well, if everything is shown accurately, if everything looks good, you're going to have hopefully the better chance that, a customer remembers who you are. Now, is there a guarantee that? Absolutely not. But, Teepublic does have a requirement that in order for your designs to be public, for them to be seen in front of the people in the marketplace, you actually have to have this stuff done. So either way, whether you're going to plan on having customers come back to your profile, which obviously you have no say in that, but come back to your profile, remember for who you are, things like that. It's important to do this anyway because that's the first step to actually getting your store approved to actually be seen on the marketplace. Let's go ahead and read number 2. It says learn how to tag. So tags, and you guys have heard me spoke about this with Redbubble as well as other platforms. The tagging is the most important aspect. The most important. And you see a lot of Redbubble, I guess you could say, features or these little nuances in the platform similar to Teepublic. Obviously, they're not the exact same. They're similar. But here it says tags are how customers find your art. And they lay it out, guys, point blank, period. Like, tags are how customers find your art. Using bad tags can hurt your design search results. So why do you think they say this? Using bad tags can hurt search results. Well, it has everything to do with the number of impressions to conversion rate. So what is a conversion rate, guys? It's the number of times people see your design by clicking on it and not purchasing, right? So for example, if 100 people click on my design and don't purchase, that's a 0% conversion rate. There's not a single person that purchased. Let's say 1,000 people come and see and 1 person purchased. Well, then in that case, it would be a 0.1% conversion rate, right? If 5 people came out of 100 and purchased, that would be a 5% conversion rate. So really, what you want to do is when you tag properly, you have a higher chance of not only getting clicked on, but a higher chance of being purchased, right? So for example, if I'm in the market for a goat design, a picture of a goat, right? And I search for goat, and then I see a picture of a tiger, if I'm popping up and my impressions are being racked up, but I'm not actually getting any sales, that's going to hurt me in the long run. And all the other tags, I'm not going to rank as high for. So that's actually a little pro tip when it comes down to Teepublic. But using bad tags can hurt your designs and search results. Absolutely. People don't want to see stuff that are not related to what they're searching for. Now, Teepublic, Redbubble, all these other platforms, they don't have a built-in AI to stop this from happening. Right? It's not like, for example, Google. With Google, if I title my website something, if I title my blog something, and the article is something completely different, Google knows this, right? Google reads the content. They have an AI that sorts things out, and Google knows this. But Teepublic, not the same way. They don't operate on the same scale. All right. So it says here, top artists take time to tag their designs well, right, and see more sales as a result. Now, here's the thing. I think top artists on Teepublic were, most of them at least, were most of them are top because they had an early mover advantage. But that's not to say if you start now that you can't have an early mover advantage as well. Okay. And this was a store, by the way, that we had opened up for just a few days ago, just for one of the tutorial videos that we did. So this is pretty cool. And the cool thing about this, guys, as well, is that Teepublic is investing back into their people. They're giving you steps. They're telling you, hey, we want you to grow too. Because remember, when you grow, they grow. So this is just a huge benefit that we even have this. The next one is upload all of your art. So this is step number 3. Upload all of your art. It says here, we found that the artists who upload 25 designs in their first month sell 5 times more than those with fewer. So guys, this is something that I've been hammering down for the past few days, weeks, months, whatever. You guys know I've been saying publish as much as you possibly can. Now, if you know, the rules for Teepublic are a little bit different. The rules for Teepublic state that you can upload a maximum of 50 designs per day on Teepublic. 50, okay? So, guys, you can do the 25 designs in a day, literally. You could get those first 25 done. Now, I think you know what they are. They're pulling statistical data here, because really what this means is that, and in my opinion, is the people who upload more than 25 designs that month shows their commitment later down the road. And that's why they sell 5 times more likely. I don't think that just because you have 25 designs, you're going to sell 5 times more than everybody else, or they're going to give you some sort of benefit in the algorithm. I don't think that's the case. I think it has to do with the work ethic aspect of it. Like if we did a associative study, associative. I really wouldn't say correlative, but if we performed an associative longitudinal study, so over a long period of time, if we wanted to associate why are people getting more sales, we can backtrack it to, well, the people who get more sales in their first month tend to have 25 designs or more than the people who don't, right? And so that is associative. So we can't for sure say, hey, this is the reason why, because obviously there's no guarantee. We can't tell for sure, but we can associate a meaning of success. We can say, okay, there's a big chance that this person is going to have more sales down the road because look at how much they posted during the first month. And that amount that they post during the first month will represent commitment, will represent their discipline, will represent all those necessary characteristics that one must have to be successful down the road, right? So it's not just about 1 month. I want you guys to always remember that 1 month is not going to break you, make you or break you. Like if you skip a whole month of uploading, don't worry, it's not going to make you, it's not going to break you, right? You're not going to lose because you've stopped uploading for 1 month, right? But if you upload a ton in 1 month and you leave everything else go, that's also not going to make you. Like, it's not going to make you into an income generating machine. It's just not going to do that. So we need to be consistent over intense, right? Consistency over intensity. So that's just the idea. But that's one of my favorite right here. I mentioned my favorite is that the fact that they encourage people like this is really just amazing, right? 25 designs in the first month sell 5x. And I always say this too, the more you upload, the more you gain comfortability with that platform, the more understanding you have. And it's really hard to explain. Unless you've gotten sales, you probably know what I'm talking about. But there are moments in time where I'm uploading designs and I think, I'm not sure if this design is really going to get a sale or not. And then if it does get a sale, it's almost like a reassurance. And then sometimes as I'm uploading, I'm confident and I say, this design is definitely going to get a sale. And then when it actually does, I get reassured even more. And I feel like I'm more confident about my skills in that repertoire, in that platform, right? So it's pretty cool. But instead of uploading a few designs and waiting to see how they do, you should upload your entire catalog right away. So what they're saying is they're really pressing forward intensity in terms of uploading. So they want you to upload as much as possible. Maybe the reason why they're saying this, and they're not telling you to be consistent and take things slow and steady, I think because there must be a huge drop off. With print on demand, with anything make money online, guys, there is a huge drop off. Like people think that, by uploading 4 t-shirt designs that they're going to become, they're going to make thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's not their fault. It's just the media. It's what's perpetuated. The reality is that's really not the reality anymore. I mean, maybe if it was back in 2004, but I mean, that's not the reality anymore. The reality is that you have so much competition that you're going to have to do a huge amount of mass in terms of sales and things like that to actually be able to stand out amongst the group. So that's just something I figured I'd say. But I think that's why they're telling you upload right now, because the reality is if you're a Teepublic designer and you start to design for the first day, after a few days, you're most likely going to give up if you haven't found any sales, if you don't know how print on demand works, right? And let's be honest, majority of the people who are getting into print on demand just don't know how it works. They think it's, something get rich quick. And I always say, guys, print on demand is not get rich quick whatsoever. It's really more consistent than anything, but it's over a long period of time. But anyways, it says, let's go ahead and zoom out here. It says more designs equals more opportunities to sell. So this is 100% correct, right? The more designs that you have, it's more digital real estate, more virtual real estate. And that virtual real estate can potentially provide you some dividend later down the road. It could provide you something as basic as 25 cents if you sell like a sticker, or it can provide you something as basic as $2 or something like $20, over a period of time. It's different for every design, but at the end of the day, those are assets that you're putting on the internet. The next it says, try out our quick and easy bulk uploader feature. So I actually love this feature about Teepublic. I want to see if I have my Teepublic here added. So let's go ahead and go upload here and use this multi-file uploader. So you can click on this, right? And you can upload multiple images at once. And by the way, this is my demo store, so I'm not even, worried about the copycats or anything like that. You guys can feel free to check it out and use this as like I don't know, a guide. I don't know what you would call that. This is a demo store. This is the one we opened up for the tutorial. I don't know when the tutorials videos are going to come out, but hopefully soon. But anyways, you can click on this, this button. Well, it looks like this. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Use Multifile Uploader. That's what it looks like. So you click on that, and then you could drag multiple files into the system. And then what it will do is it will allow you to upload each one by its own. Now, this is assuming you don't use an upload automator and you're going with the free method, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it totally works, right? But that's just the awesome feature that I like that exists because it supports the people who are going the free way. All right. The next thing, announce your store. So promote your store on your Instagram feed. Notice how they mention Instagram. What did I tell you guys about Instagram a while back when we started talking about how Instagram works, right? What did we started talking about? What I said was Instagram is one of the easiest platforms to do your e-commerce selling on because it's such a visual platform, right? Like all you have to do is post a few photos compared to YouTube. Well, first of all, let's compare Instagram real quick to other platforms. So with Twitter is really more of like a political, conversational type platform, right? The only way you're actually going to sell is if you have a long-time fan base of legitimate fans that have heard your word. So like heard your word meaning heard your stance on things, right? That's the only way you're going to actually make income on Twitter, which it takes much longer than Instagram. YouTube, you have to actually create videos, which creating videos could take a long time depending on how you set things up, right? Like for me, I'll tell you guys, we're doing the channel for the ambient sounds. I've run into like 3 road bumps already. The first time I was trying to do like a 3-hour video, my computer was taking way too long to export it. So I decided, all right, let's bring it down to 2 hours. We created it. And then I exported it, and then I tried to upload it to YouTube. It fully uploaded, and then it crashed during the processing phase of YouTube. But I had already deleted the video, so I had to put it all back together again, export it, which it worked, and then I tried to upload it again, and then it crashed again. So, like I'm saying, it just takes a lot of process to learn YouTube and actually get your video seen. I mean, there's so many times I remember, like I told you guys, it took me multiple years to get to just 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So, and honestly, I don't do it for the subscribers. I mean, I'm sure if I started doing entertaining videos like, let's say, Logan Paul, I would get more views. But let's be honest, that's not something I'm going to do. Like, that's not me. So, that's YouTube. What else? Pinterest is actually really good. I'm not going to say Pinterest is not good. Pinterest is really, really good. With Pinterest, though, it's not like it used to be. Like, I could talk all day about Pinterest since I've been learning so much about it. But there's different strategies on Pinterest that is not really, like, well known. I don't know why people don't talk about it as much, but it's not really well known in the community how to actually make sales on Pinterest. Now, does it take a lot of work? Absolutely. Absolutely takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. So I really wouldn't say Pinterest is bad compared to Instagram. I think they're on the same playing field. They're both really good. The only difference is with Instagram is you get to control your success with the automator tools. You get to control that level of success. So, like if you're starting an account and you want to get more sales than everybody else, imagine you create, let's say, 4 Instagram accounts. You're promoting them every single day, using the tools, using the automation tools, and you're getting followers every day, like 40, 50, 60 followers a day on each account, just depending on how much work you're doing. Let's just actually be conservative. Let's say you're getting 30 followers a day on each account. Well, that's 120 followers a day. 120 times a week, that's, I don't know what that is. That's like, it's like 900 something. I don't know, right? Then that 900 something plus or times, 4. I mean, you're over 4,000 at that point. And then for the year, I mean, it's just a lot. So my point is that you can make a lot of money using Instagram. And they mention Instagram because they know this. I mean, they know the stats, right? So it says here, artists who did this earn 13 times more money than those who didn't. So do this ASAP. Now, here's the thing, guys. Teepublic is a well-known company. They're not going to mention Instagram automation. But they know by default that Instagram is something that takes time to work on, to grow, if you're not using automation. It's essentially, no offense to anybody watching this, but if you're doing Instagram fully organically, it is very difficult to get followers if you're doing it fully organically without the tools. I mean, that's just the reality. Now, if you could gain a lot of success if you're doing Reels, Instagram Reels. But if you're like me and you don't do Instagram Reels and you just post up photos and you just want sales to happen, then that's the easy way. But Instagram Reels is probably the only organic way that you could actually do well. But like I said, it does take work. It does take work to get done. But anyways, let's go ahead and keep going. So announce your store. We already talked about 13 times more likely. That's a lot. And finally, the last one is enter your payment email. So do not forget to add your PayPal or Payoneer email so you can get paid. We send payments on the 15th of each month for prior calendar sales months. And so I wouldn't consider that really a step of success, but, this is what Teepublic says. So this is me presenting you the information that Teepublic strictly says this is how to make money on Teepublic. This is how to get it done. Customize your shop, learn how to tag, upload all your work, and market your store or announce your store. Which, if you guys think about it, is everything I've been saying for the past few months. What have I been saying? I've been talking about the third-party marketing using Instagram and using other methods if you know those other methods, right? Like the Facebook, the Twitters, the whatever. If you're familiar with those other methods, you can use them, right? That was the third-party marketing method. I've been talking about titling and tagging your products properly because titling is for the mostly, not all the time, but for Google, and tagging is for the actual search engine, like Redbubble, for example. And then the quality of your design needs to get better, right? They don't talk about that here, but, let's be honest. Nobody's going to buy something that they don't think is attractive, right? So you add up all those things, guys. This is exactly what I've been saying, And so at the end of the day, there are no secrets to this, guys. There are no secrets to the Teepublic, the Redbubbles, all these different platforms. You just have to learn their platform, which Learning their platform really comes down to learning how to tag properly, right? To be seen. That's really what it is. Learning how Google works, because if you want that Google traffic, you can benefit off of that. Now, your Google traffic is going to consider, let's say, for 30% of your traffic, assuming that you're not doing any third-party marketing. But third-party marketing is the extra, sprinkles on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Or what do they say? The cherry on top? Yeah, it's the cherry on top. So you get what I'm trying to say. So hopefully this video helped you out. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye.